The House of Saud is the ruling family of Saudi Arabia's kingdom, and they're the wealthiest royal family on the planet. Today we'll be taking a look at how Saudi Arabia's royal king spends his billions. Saudi Arabia's ruling royal family is worth approximately $1.4 trillion, which is 16 times that of the British royal family. The ruling monarchy derives the majority of its income from vast oil reserves discovered 75 years ago, which transformed the country's fortunes and made the House of Saud the richest family on the planet. House of Saud is an English translation of Al Saud, an Arabic dynasty name formed by adding the word al, meaning family of or house of, to an ancestor's personal name. In the case of the Al Saud, the ancestor is Saud ibn Muhammad ibn Mukrin, the father of the dynasty's founder, Muhammad bin Saud, in the 18th century. The House of Saud has gone through three phases: the Emirate of Diriyah, the first Saudi state, 1727 to 1818, which was marked by the spread of Salafism; the Emirate of Najd, the second Saudi state, 1824 to 1891, which was marked by constant infighting; and the third Saudi state, 1902 to present, which evolved into the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1932 and now wields significant influence in the Middle East. The family has clashed with the Ottoman Empire, the Sharif of Mecca, the Al-Rashid family of Ha'il and their vassal houses in Najd, numerous Islamist groups both inside and outside Saudi Arabia, and the Saudi Shia minority. The King of Saudi Arabia, an absolute monarch, wields the most power in the royal family. The family is estimated to have 15,000 members in total, but a group of about 2,000 of them control the majority of power, influence, and wealth. Saudi Aramco, a state-owned oil company that's among the world's most valuable and profitable, is the backbone of the royal family's fortune. The family is well known for leading an enviable lifestyle, which has been heavily criticized in several occasions for being wastefully extravagant and pompous. The family has had a difficult few years since the controversial elevation of Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS, to the position of crown prince. MBS detained several members of his family, including his first cousins, in what appears to be a power struggle played out in the margins of cruelty and cajolery, similar to the fictional book and TV series Game of Thrones. Mohammed bin Salman was born to King Salman and his third wife, Fada bint Fala, in 1985. In June 2017, he was named Crown Prince after his father, King Salman, decided to remove Mohammed bin Nayef from the position. Rumors later circulated that Mohammed bin Salman had secretly plotted to dispose bin Nayef and replace him. He worked for several state agencies after graduation before being appointed as a special advisor to his father, who was the governor of Riyadh at the time. Following the death of Nayef bin Abdul Aziz in 2012, Prince Mohammed's father was named Crown Prince. After King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz died 3 years ago, the prince's father ascended to the throne at the age of 79. However, the culture of extravagant and reckless spending thrives in the midst of ambition and vengeance politics. Here's a look at the ruling family's life, from spending hundreds of millions in lavish luxuries like super yachts and private jets to fueling wars in the Middle East. Unlimited luxury. The royal family uses tissue paper plucked from gold-plated tissue dispensers, in addition to gold-studded super yachts, private jets, and palaces. Foreign dignitaries and politicians are often hosted at the Al Yamama Palace. According to CBS News, reporters spotted gold-plated Kleenex dispensers and gold chairs during President Obama's visit to the opulent Urga Palace. The royal family is said to own additional opulent residences around the world, including those in Switzerland, London, France, and Morocco. In 2017, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman spent $450.3 million on a proxy purchase of Leonardo da Vinci's 500-year-old painting Salvator Mundi. The sale of the painting, also known as Jesus Christ, set a new auction record. The prince paid more than $300 million for the Chateau Louis XIV in France, which Fortune magazine dubbed the world's most expensive home. The chateau has 10 bedrooms, 2 pools, indoor and outdoor, a cinema, a wine cellar, and a moat with a transparent underwater chamber. I'm a rich person and not a poor person. I'm not Gandhi or Mandela. I'm a member of the ruling family that existed for hundreds of years before the founding of Saudi Arabia, MBS told CBS over his spending and personal life. After failing to acquire Manchester United, the Crown Prince is reportedly attempting to acquire a Premier League football club believed to be Newcastle United. Many human rights organizations have contacted the Premier League, urging it to prevent the Crown Prince from purchasing any English club, citing his poor human rights record, including the murder of Saudi dissident Jamal Khashoggi. Aside from politics, The prince has ties to top US technology firms and has visited some of Silicon Valley's most prominent companies, including Google and Apple. Prince Mohammed met with Apple CEO Tim Cook, Google CEO Sundar Pichai, and Google founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin in the spring of 2018. On his West Coast tour, he stopped in Seattle to meet with Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. According to Uber's most recent S1 filing, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund owns 5% of the ride-sharing company. The fund is also a major investor in SoftBank's Massive Vision Fund, which owns 16% of Uber and significant stakes in companies such as Slack, WeWork, and DoorDash. The world's largest arms purchaser. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, Saudi Arabia is by far the largest military spender in the Middle East, or SIPRI. It is also known as the world's largest arms importer, spending tens of billions of dollars. Saudi rulers spent an estimated $67.6 billion in 2018 as the country led a coalition that fueled Yemen's civil war, fueling war in Yemen and destabilizing the Middle East. In 2015, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates launched a military campaign in Yemen, ostensibly to restore the rule of the Yemeni government, which had fled the country in the face of Houthi rebels. Despite overwhelming air power, the alliance has failed to capture much of the country from the Houthis after 5 years of conflict. Not content with simply driving out the Houthis, the UAE has also backed separatists in the south in the quest to establish a state independent of the Yemeni government. Yemen is on the verge of starvation and a cholera outbreak, thanks in part to Gulf state intervention. Since the conflict erupted in March 2015, approximately 2 million children under the age of 5 have suffered from acute malnutrition and require treatment. Over 100,000 people have died in Yemen's civil war, including civilians killed by Saudi airstrikes. In 2018, US President Donald Trump commented on a school bus that had been hit by Saudi airstrikes. "I think it's a terrible situation. I hated seeing what happened with the bus and the children's cost that's pure. That's a horror show when you see a thing like that. You saw the bus. That was basically people that didn't know how to use the weapon, which is horrible." Saudi rulers are not only involved in Yemen's civil war, but they're also contributing to Middle East instability through their policies in Qatar, Egypt, and Libya. Dark history of abducting members of the royal family. The oil-rich monarchy has had several internal squabbles over the years. There is ample evidence that missing members of Saudi Arabia's royal family have been kidnapped and abducted in other countries before being returned to Riyadh. Historically, Saudi officials have denied all allegations regarding the fate of missing princes and others accused of abduction. Saudi royal family kidnapped Prince Sultan bin Turki, Prince Turki bin Bandar, and Prince Saud bin Saif for criticizing Riyadh's rule. Killings of Jamal Khashoggi. In October 2018, Saudi agents murdered prominent Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi inside the kingdom's consulate in Istanbul. After months of denial, Riyadh finally admitted that Khashoggi was murdered inside the Saudi consulate and issued an arrest warrant for 18 people suspected of being involved in the crime. According to Human Rights Watch, the statements made by Saudi authorities appear to be designed to insulate Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman from further scrutiny over the murder. The CIA informed the White House in November 2020 that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had ordered the killing. The CIA's conclusion, first reported by the Washington Post, is the most conclusive U.S. assessment to date, directly linking Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler to the killing. On December 13th, the U.S. Senate also approved a resolution holding Crown Prince Mohammed responsible for Khashoggi's death. With that, we come to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next one.